Hi guys, now I'm going to show you guys a corrective exercise which is going to strengthening the connected tissue, different muscles next to each other on your back. So that's a very important exercise. This is an advanced level exercise. After some certain time in the program my clients spend, then this is the later on exercise I give it to them to put all the pieces together. So pretty much I'm pretty sure other people name this exercise different, but I call this exercise arrow exercise because it looks like you're throwing an arrow. So when I'm using a resistance band to perform this exercise. Orange color is the mid strength. I use for myself this one. But you're a beginner level, you may want to use something a little bit lighter, resistance. And over the time, if you're really strong, you can go a little bit higher than this if you want. Of course, like everything else, we have techniques and the forms are very important here. So what I want to tell, when you do this exercise, so one arm goes front, the other arm or the elbow goes back. So what are we looking for here? The eccentric contraction of the back muscles when they get longer. Okay, so from my hand to this hand, straight line, and the extension of my upper arm here, it has to be straight line when I finish the move, like this. And then you gotta make sure my wrist is not bended. A lot of people, they bend their wrist when they do this exercise. They're putting so much stress on their wrist. So the technique when you do this, your forearm is gonna be straight, including your fist. Okay, don't bend this in. And then from this elbow to this wrist in the back, it's gonna be straight line, just like this. So at this moment, what I'm doing is, I'm putting this hand forward and I'm taking my elbow back. And that makes it really effective, this exercise. So in the back, when you come this position, when you have a resistance band on your hand, you're gonna force it really hard, trying to stretch it up from one elbow to other wrist, make it longer and straight line like that. And then go to other side, this side. So we're gonna alternate it. And a couple of the other things we're gonna pay attention. We will try to keep our head on top of our pelvis. So while you're doing this exercise, a lot of people, again, they stick out their head like that. So you can't really bend your spine. You gotta have to stay straight. Your head has to stay on top of your center of your gravity on your pelvis while you're performing this exercise. So you cannot lean forward, stick out your head. That's gonna cause a problem and you will get out of the correct form. So there are quite a lot of details. That's why this is an advanced level exercise. It looks like it's an easy move, but it's very hard to perform correctly. So pay attention again. From when you finish the move in the back, your head is going to be on top of your pelvis, and then you're going to use the resistance band, separate this hand from this elbow, just like that, by contracting your back muscles, rhomboids, all the other muscles laterally goes out, and then separate it and keep your head on top of your pelvis. And then from there, you're gonna switch. Go to front, go to back, other one. Practically, you can do this without the resistance band, just on your own. If you're really beginner level, just like this, like an arrow, stay straight. You're gonna turn this one, take this back, spinal rotator muscles. From there, you're gonna go to rhomboids. So it comes from center of your back, goes back, goes out laterally. So all the connected muscles, they're getting trained. So group of muscle exercise this. That's why it's an advanced level exercise. It's really hard actually to perform right. Here, I'm gonna use a resistance band with the harder one a little bit. So if you want, you can turn around a little bit while I'm doing it, so you can see different angles of the movement. So I'm gonna do one right, one left. I'm gonna try my best to have a best form, but nobody's perfect. So if I make minor mistakes, please forgive me. I'm gonna stand straight. I'm gonna extend one arm forward. I'm gonna try to keep my head on top of my pelvis. And I'm gonna take this all the way back. I'm gonna keep my wrist straight. And I'm gonna separate my front arm away from my elbow. And then switch. The last part is the most important part. This part. You see that last about a quarter inch? I stretch it out in the back. That's where I gain my most. So don't go fast, okay? Come to that position, this angle in the back, okay? Wrist is straight, okay? Wrist is straight. from my back elbow to my fist in the front, it has to be straight line. Okay, when I catch this position, check your head is on top of your pelvis. Don't lean forward. Okay, now the most important part of this exercise, I'm going to separate my elbow away from my front hand. Look in the back. And switch. 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 Oh, wow, that's very hard. It already makes me sweat, as you guys can see. So because of it's a connected tissue exercise, when you pull it back, you're not done here yet. At this moment, you're gonna extend this forward, and then you're gonna take your elbow back separate from each other by contracting your back muscles. Contracting your back muscles, you're not done. Here, switch. Oh, it looks like an arrow. That's why I call this, name this exercise, this corrective exercise, a arrow exercise. So please perform this if you're on that higher level already. This is the advanced level one. After we strengthening your spinal strength, after rhomboids, after serratus anterior, infraspinatus, supraspinatus, all your rotator cuff muscles has to be already good. Now we teach them how to perform as a group. As a group, because a lot of things we do in our life, rotation, throws, kicks, punches, a lot of things involves those muscles. So it's going to help you to get functionally stronger. Thank you.